Restorative justice, a 3-minute thesis. Have you ever heard the phrase hurt people, or violent people create more violence? Well, restorative justice is a way to stop this narrative. Let's take, for example, Tiara, a single mother living in Alaska who lost her son to drug violence. Joshua was the murderer who shot and killed her son. Now, Joshua was put off in prison, but Tiara still felt unsettled about the situation. So Tiara hired the Redemption Project, a restorative justice organization that sat down Tiara and Joshua to talk about the wrongdoings. This is the essence of restorative justice. Restorative justice identifies the harms, meets the victim's needs, it is survivor centered, and is accountability based, meaning that Joshua had to confront what he did. When all of this happens, healing can be created. Now, this is done through the RJ pyramid, starting at the bottom tier, community building circles. These strengthen and build relationships. Let's say Tiara and Joshua got together with other members of their community to talk about drug abuse within Alaska. They talk about these issues and build community and talk about ways that they can combat them together. The next session and section, and this is what Tiara and Joshua were involved in, is restorative circles or RJ conferences. These repair relationships. They respond to conflict and repair harm. This is done with a restorative justice facilitator. Tiara had the opportunity to ask Joshua why he shot her son, and Joshua could say sorry and be forgiven. They ended up hugging in the end, and they started talking and creating a way where Joshua could help other young men in his community avoid doing the same wrongdoings. And the last is support circles. This is so that Joshua, if he were to ever get released from prison, can be re-entered into society. He will see that he has support and his reintegration will be better than what it is nowadays with incarceration systems. So why RJ? Well, this can stop violence, and this is a better way to deal with how we're dealing with crime in our nation. It can reduce recidivism rates by as much as 44%. So let's change the narrative. Let's change it from hurt people to healed people heal people. Let's start at the source with truth telling and talking about our trauma. Let's implement this in K through 12, higher ed, and in our criminal justice system. Let's eradicate the punitive measures that we have today and reduce them for a more healing victim-centered process. Thank you. Get on board and let's spread and educate people about restorative justice because not a lot of people know about it. Thank you.